Hey chat. Today we're going to take a look at a post by an artist slash animator known as JoCat. Rather than explain everything myself, we're just going to jump right in. This is what it takes to be a content creator online. I don't think I'm cut out for it. Too long didn't read. I'm going to finish up my current ongoing projects, then I'm going to be taking an indefinite break from making content. Let's see what this is talking about. My name is Joe, and I've been making videos on YouTube for 5 years. I have a combined total of about 200 videos and hundreds of hours of content. On October 6, 2020, I did a live stream of the early access release of Baldur's Gate 3. And during the character creation, I did a bit where I briefly sing a gender-bent parody of Lizzo's Boys. It seems to go over well with my audience and all of my friends. I typically do these kinds of bits for my live streams sometimes. I was also partly inspired by the source of where I first heard Lizzo's song, Hakim Animation's video. I'm not going to click on that for copyright reasons. Running the idea by my friends, who are all very encouraging and supportive of me, I decided it could be a fun project to animate the brief stream moment for my YouTube audience who may miss or not be interested in my live streams. And so on April 2 of the following year, I finished and uploaded my I Like Girls video, and it got a universally positive response from my audience, my peers, and my partner. And we're going to pause here for a second and just take a look at the video for the few humans alive who haven't seen it yet. It's really short. It's 30 seconds.
Sad that there's no muscly girls in here. Well, I mean, yeah, but, you know, sure, I like to joke around and talk about how, oh, I'm strong women all the time, but that's not the only girls I like. I like big girls, pretty kitty girls, really witty girls, singing ditty girls. I like the leggy girls with the nice thighs. I like a good chest, no matter what size. I like the belly folds, I like the six-packs, really tall queens, and the short stacks. From the mild girls to the wild girls. You got style girls, make them round girls. Yeah, I just really like girls.
Okay, so that seems, I don't know, pretty normal. Like, maybe somebody might find that cringe or something. I think it's charming, I guess. You know, it's like earnest. I think it's cute. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But everyone, like, has their own taste. You know, it's okay to not like it. Not everything's for everyone. Let's continue with the post here. About a year later, it seemed to have reached outside its target audience, and ever since then, I have seen and received many assumptions about my character, my history, my beliefs, my relationships, and all those of my partner, as well as threats of violence to me, as well as my family, doxing attempts, and mocking from even people I look up to and respect. All from a single 30-second video out of 200 other ones. Granted, a lot of this has primarily been on Twitter, where I could simply log off and ignore the haters, but no small amount has leaked into other parts of my regular day-to-day. That is harder to ignore. Private DMs over Discord and Twitch, suspicious packages being sent to my family, but I've always kept quiet about it because speaking out about it publicly, defending myself, any reaction to it would just encourage more, and be presented as my own fault as well. But if that's the trade-off to do something like share the things I make that I'm proud of on the internet, seeing as I'm writing this, it's probably an indicator that I'm just not cut out for it. And the best thing for everyone would be to stop and pursue something else. Despite being very grateful for what this job has done for me and my family, I'm simply not strong enough to keep doing this if it means having to just accept this kind and amount of distress. Perhaps that makes me weak, but I've rarely ever really thought otherwise. I never meant to make anyone upset. I only ever wanted to just make things I was passionate about for fun. I never intended for this one video to really be all that much deeper than just a thing I wanted to do on a whim, because I thought it could be fun. I never planned to have YouTube be my job, but people happened to like what I made, so I thought it could be a good idea to make more of it, and to use it to pursue projects I've always wanted to make as well, as be the change in YouTube I wanted to see. I was inspired by the channels I watched growing up, and the wonderful friends that have encouraged and inspired me to be who I am and make what I want. I still want to make things, but perhaps I should just keep them to myself for the time being. For anyone that cares, I'll still be continuing Heart of Ilinthi and the J Omega charity, but once those are finished, I'll be taking an indefinite break from posting anything online. It's a decision I've considered ever since the first hate wave from about a year ago, but wanted to sit on it and see if the feeling would persist. I now know this is the best choice for me. If you took the time to read all of this, thank you. I'm sorry for causing so much trouble. Thank you for watching my videos. JoCat. This is incredibly tragic. Just, another internet creator who has just been driven off the internet for basically doing nothing. It reminds me a lot of Lindsay Ellis and what happened to her. So you may notice that this video is over 2 years old, and you might wonder what caused this to kick back up again. It seems like the recent wave at least partly stems from a Twitter user called Claire Penis, who tweeted out the video pretending they had made it. I just made this video, let me know what you think. And the reader's added context says this video was created by JoCat and posted to their channel on the 3rd of April 2021. A lot of people responded accusing Claire of genuinely attempting to plagiarize the video. And Claire's followers ate it up. Because the point wasn't to take credit for the work. The point was to make fun of JoCat in front of a large audience. One person said, "Imagine being so brain dead that you genuinely believe Claire fucking Penis is trying to steal your dog shit ass video and not directly making fun of it. Come on, people." Another user said, "It's so funny to angrily credit the person who originally made this, as if they shouldn't be considered subhuman for doing so." Aside from these couple people, I have seen a couple other reactions, or categories of reactions to this video. The first is that this is somehow gay. This comes mostly from incels. Many have asked, is it gay to like girls? Besides the fact that a lot of incels would simply answer yes to that. Many would say that the thing that makes it gay is that JoCat has cat ears, wears a bow, and acts feminine. And if you go on YouTube, it's not very hard to find people just seething at the bare fact of a man exhibiting those qualities, particularly in response to this video. The second reaction I've seen is that the video is simply cringe. Now, I'm not going to police what anyone does or doesn't find cringe. We all have our tastes. But I'll be real with you. I think a lot of people are calling this cringe for the same reasons that incels are calling it gay. Because JoCat presents more feminine than what is considered normal or acceptable for men. And a lot of people haven't shaken off the culture that this is something to be bullied. In short, JoCat is in the wrong lane. The third reaction I've seen to this is from what I've come to call the puritanical left, sometimes known as woke scolds. I've seen people call this misogynist, porn brain, and objectifying, among many other things. Here's one such example. "I'm going insane. Why is everyone defending the Coomer JoCat video now? Rad femmes were right. Fuck it. Hate men." Somebody asked them, "How is this objectification?" "Reduces women to their sexual characteristics. It's weird, lol." Velvet replies, "First of all, no it doesn't. Bro calls out girls with riz and smarts. Even if he didn't, it's a refreshing amount of body positivity. Remove head from ass." Yeah, to me the video just reads as celebrating body diversity in media. Really, like if you're being even remotely charitable. "Bro uses porn terms to describe women, lol." Like, sure, total body positivity when guy is over here talking about how much he cooms himself to the thought of it, lol. It's stupid and harmful. Objectification of women. I guess we're reading these backwards. That's okay. Honestly, saying you like women is objectification now? Nah, but like, whoa, wow, I love big boobied, tall mummy, short stack, etc., etc., etc. Objectifies women into this fucking porn-fueled pig shit, lol. So tall women or women with large breasts are porn-fueled pig shit now. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe go outside a little more often. I do, quite often. I'm also a tall woman, so lol. First of all, even if this video were problematic, that wouldn't justify the kind of piling on that has happened. Secondly, if this is problematic, so is the Lizzo song that it's parodying. And if not, then we're just doing the same wrong lane thing again. This person isn't allowed to make this content because they're the wrong gender. The alternative explanation is that being horny about women is being taken as inherently harmful or sexist. Let's say we accept that the song is horny. Okay, so what? Since when are we going after people for being horny on the internet? Is it just because he's a man? Why are we policing something like that? This reads like radfem swerf shit to me. Out of all the hardships facing marginalized people, all of the problematic content, all of the misinformation and fear-mongering, all the genocidal legislation, what kind of pill did you all swallow that this is the kind of thing that deserves this kind of reaction? All that aside, the motivations don't really matter to me. Despite these different groups of people not necessarily sharing the same ideology, they nonetheless joined hands to engage in disgusting, but sadly not unusual to this space, targeted harassment. This is the same kind of abuse that has been directed towards Lindsay Ellis, as well as ContraPoints, Keffels, Shark300, and I'm sure countless other creators. This is Kiwi Farms shit. Really, what's the difference? Some of these people might think they're progressive. Some are proudly anti-progressive. But what really motivates all of them is the high they get from ruining someone's life. And congratulations, you did it. You bullied another creator off the internet. I've seen some people say, oh, how could these people learn nothing from Lindsay Ellis? But they did learn something. They learned that it works, and they'll keep doing it. Just a brief update before this goes live. Following all this going down, Claire Penis deleted their Twitter to avoid the backlash. Just this morning, they reinstated their account to say this. I'm sorry to JoCat for the joke. I genuinely feel bad. I didn't know it would blow up like that. More his fault than mine that it did because he quote tweeted to his 150k followers who replied yelling at me 1,300 times, which kind of boosted it. But I digress. I really actually do feel bad though. It was a dumb joke, and I wouldn't have made it if I knew the result would be him quitting content creation indefinitely. I think he and I are in the same position, afraid of each other's followers. If he ever wants to squash the beef, I'm here. For the record, I think this is a terrible apology. Oh, I'm so sorry, but it's really your fault. She probably should have just stayed deactivated, honestly. I'm not really sure what else there is to say here, so I guess I'll just close it out with this. If anyone who happens to be listening cares about this, speak up when you see this kind of shit brewing in your community. Push back against these people. The only way this changes is if the people who engage in this kind of bullying and harassment are met with harsh backlash to sour whatever they get out of it. We need to stand together.